Hello there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of January 25th through the 31st. Before we get started, let me just remind everybody I do have group mentoring and individual mentoring available. So those of you who would like to mentor with me to explore or expand your own psychic or intuitive abilities, go ahead and let me know. We'll get you plugged in. So you can find my contact information on my website, amista.info. So, fellow Scorpios, what we have coming up for Monday. It's the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is telling me that on Monday we are feeling a little bit stressed out. There's some kind of situation that's on our minds, has us really distracted, making it hard for us to focus on everyday life, maybe even giving us a hard time sleeping. The key with the Nine of Swords is that whatever that situation is that's coming up, it's something that is not in our control. So the key here is making peace with that situation, however it is going to work out, and then just turning it loose, letting it go, because we don't have any say-so. So how does that help for us to be all stressed out? Doesn't help anything. Okay, so let's do something good for ourselves and release that stress. Tuesday, I know, easier said than done. Tuesday, Two of Coins showing up in reverse. Two of Coins just means we're really trying to balance stuff, and it's not working out too well. So we may be trying to balance our funds. That may be our fundulation situation. This could also be about balancing our time. Maybe we need to be in different locations at different times, and we're kind of pushing it just to get it all done. And this could also be about actual tasks that we have so much to do as far as things that have to get accomplished on Tuesday, that things are falling through the cracks. So here's the deal. Whenever you get a reading like this early and you kind of have this heads up, you can sort of delegate early. So maybe on Monday you can kind of delegate some of your responsibilities to somebody else who can help you out with this on Tuesday. Also, I'm kind of feeling like Monday, because we were so stressed out, maybe we weren't doing everything that we normally would do Monday, and that's part of why Tuesday is so backed up. So if we can release that stress and actually do what we're supposed to be focusing on Monday, then we may be able to totally avoid this situation on Tuesday of things falling through the cracks as well. Wednesday, Queen of Cups, Scorpio, we are feeling our normal selves. Our mojo is back. We've got things under control. We're feeling our feelings, and we're expressing our feelings to other people in a very healthy way. I do feel like on Wednesday we will be showing some appreciation to some of the people around us, maybe people that came in and helped us with Tuesday. But it's just a really nice feeling coming off of this card of just feeling like we're in our groove. So that's a nice card to have come up for us. Of course, we are Cups people, so why wouldn't that feel like we're in our groove? Okay, Thursday, Death card, Transformation card. And this is just telling me that we're having a change at a core value level. And when we change at a core value level, that actually impacts how we interact with our loved ones, how we interact with our colleagues, how we interact with our family, friends. So when you have a core value change like this, it's big. It may not feel big as it first moves in, but then as you start to see the impact, wow, it's awesome. Not only is it big, it's one of those things that when you see the Death card come in on this kind of transition, it talks about that at the end of incorporating that transition into our lives, that we are going to be really walking our path so much more efficiently, and we're going to be able to find our own happiness so much more easily than we were before. So it's really a good card, even though transition can really scare people. You know, we don't like the unknown, but once we get to the other side, it's so totally worth it. Okay, so there's that. Oh, and by the way, the transition card, when it comes up major arcana like this is usually a process, so it's usually not accomplished all in one day. It can be if you're really good at incorporating transition, but typically this feels more like a 3 to 5 day thing to me for most of us. Okay. Friday, Knight of Cups, we're feeling very romantic, interested in somebody else, attracted to somebody else, and we're taking some kind of action towards that. So maybe we're letting somebody know it's okay if they ask us out, or maybe we're asking somebody out. Maybe we're going out for a nice dinner, celebrating an anniversary. Maybe it's a first date, but some kind of romantic action going on Friday. Now, for those of you who are not in relationship, those of us who are not in relationship, this can actually be something that you're doing to pamper yourself as well. So this can be taking yourself to the spa. This can be getting your nails done. This can be doing a little bit of splurge shopping, buying yourself a present, that type of thing as well. Now let's see. Saturday. 10 of clubs, you're picking up some kind of new responsibility. I've seen this card come up for taking a relationship the next level. So this could be actually going from just dating somebody to dating exclusively, or from dating exclusively to moving in or becoming engaged. From becoming engaged to getting married. It can be taking a relationship to the next level. But in general, it just talks about picking up new responsibility. So when you take a relationship to the next level, that is picking up new responsibility. But there are other ways to pick up new responsibilities as well. This could be bringing a baby home, whether you actually had the baby through natural childbirth or you adopted them, or maybe you're taking care of nieces and nephews. This could be doing something to help your mom and dad. This could be taking your kid to a sporting event or a sporting practice, but picking up responsibility, doing something that's a new responsibility for you. And I feel like I've said new twice here, and usually on the 10 of clubs, I don't talk about it being a new responsibility because a lot of times it can be an old responsibility that you're just still doing part of the routine. But I've said new like twice now without trying to. So that's telling me Spirit's trying to say something here. New responsibility is what we're looking at here. Okay, so another night, Sunday, Knight of Swords. This is talking about taking some kind of dramatic action. Look at all the red in that card. What is that? Is that his cape? Looks like maybe it's his cape floating behind him. I'm feeling like this is drastic action, and I'm feeling like if you're not careful, if we're not careful, Scorpios, we might regret this action. I feel like we're taking it from a place of anger. We haven't really given ourselves time to settle down and think things through and process some of our feelings before we start moving forward and taking this action. So advice with this card, obviously, give yourself some time. Don't just react to something and then later on regret that reaction whenever you start thinking, you know, I can see where maybe that person really wasn't out to get me. Maybe they were actually trying to do something nice for me. It's terrible when you have those feelings later and then you feel like the biggest piece of turd because you did something horrible to that person who was actually trying to help you. Don't let that happen on Sunday. Let's try to avoid that. Let's try to be calm and collected and take our time to make any response to anything that we feel like might be an insult or injury of some kind. Word of advice, and I'm talking to me as much as anybody else here because I am a Scorpio right along with y'all. Okay, so that is our week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I do appreciate all the support. Everyone have a fantastic, fantastic week. I will see you here the next time. Peace out.